Made 4-0 over the City of Liverpool. Can have your reaction, please?
Obviously delighted with the 4-0 win, and obviously in the act for the draw Monday morning, which is good for me and John, and obviously for the football club as well financially.
Great performance today. Started off in the first half with John Pritchard getting on score sheet twice, and he came back into the starting 11 today. Yeah,
I think City of Liverpool come with a game plan, and it was nice and compact in central areas, which they held out for 40 minutes, but I think it was as soon as we got that one, they had to open up, they had to have a go, and before they knew it was 2-0 down, which gives them a mountain to climb. But fair play to them, they applied themselves well, and it was end-to-end first half, and a good game of football for the neutral.
You had to be quite patient in the first half to get your rewards there. They set up really well. They're very well organised side, very well drilled, and you took your time, but you got there in the end, and it was two great strikes from John, I thought.
Yeah, John's coming back in his side after being out for 6 or 7 games, and to be fair, he looked quite sluggish, but he was direct. He showed that desire to go beyond, and got rewarded with 2 goals. City Liverpool was quite clear. They must have had us watch Tuesday night, and it's the reason they went nice and compact in the middle of the park. Tried to frustrate us, which they did at times. But we had to be patient. No disrespect to them, but it was only a matter of time before our quality shone through towards the end of the first half, and it was a nice time to score, and it sort of took the edge off our half-time team talk. But no, delighted with the win.
Kane Noble had to come on for Gary Rhodes' half-time. Looked like he was limping, Gary. What's the?
Yeah, he went to A&E straight away. I think it's looking like he's broke his foot. It seems to be that jinx again for us. We need to get him fit. He's inspirational. He's everything. Everything goes through Gary Roberts for us. But unfortunately, he's got on the end of a shot, and I think he's kicked underneath the opposition's foot, and obviously he's gone to hospital with a really swollen foot. So hopefully, it's not as bad as what it looked in the first place.
Well, fingers crossed he can come back sooner rather than later, because there's so many injuries at the moment. It never rains but it pours, it seems, at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously with the injuries always comes its positives, and hence the reason we had 5 or 6 youth team lads involved today, 2 of which scored, which is unbelievable for us. But that's the way we are. That's what we always said we'd try and do. Engage and introduce young lads into the squad, which they've done really well for us today.
And second half, Kane Noble and Ewan Morley, they look quite some young players. They do.
Yeah, frustrating for Ewan first half, because I know he did really well first half against Kidderminster, and again maybe they've had him watched, maybe that's the reason they went nice and compact in central areas. But we spoke to him at half time about being patient, and obviously the second half it's opened up a bit for him, and that's where his quality got on the half turn, started to assist goals, pass forward, which we've been banging on about, and obviously Kane, like a dog with a bone, what his goal, and fair play to him. He got in the box a dozen times and was rewarded with his goal.
It was a good all-round performance. I felt there were moments where City of Liverpool threatened, but your defence were stood up to the challenges when they came.
Yeah, I think there's that continuity of what we're starting to look like, and I think Danny Livesey stepped up to the plate. Stephen Alson's erased some little mistakes he's been making. John Moran, Simon Grand, and joking apart, Simon Grand, that's probably he's just said it himself. It's probably the worst game of football he's had for Chester. But defensively solid, and we'd have took the clean sheet over Grandy's performance. So it's good for him to get them in them sort of games, and them cup games. He's been solid in the league, but really starting to identify what we are, and starting to look solid.
Into the next round now, and I'm sure I spoke to John after the last game, and he identified this one as a potential banana skin whenever you play aside from a division below yourself. So happy to get out of the way and into the next round, which is so important for the football club, of course, financially as well.
Yeah, I think it was after about 70 minutes I looked at John and said, I just want this game to be over now, get us in the act for the Monday game, because no matter, this is a side that won 7 or 8 games, and any side that has that momentum going into a game like today, it is a banana skin, and they have got good quality of players in there that I played against some of them players myself, so yeah, it was always going to be banana skin, but I think we applied ourselves really well. We respected them a lot, and got the job done.
Looking ahead.